Yes, all right, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog, and I'm welcoming a very special way wherever you are. It is late night here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. But you in Africa, in Europe, you are still in your afternoon. Well, it is a beautiful day, beautiful Thursday here, and we are still digesting the game last night, what Chelsea did. We got a 3 point. Yeah, that made us to come to the, top half of the league table. Are we going to end the league, the season? The year in that position? Yes. Right now, as it stands, that is where Chelsea is ending the season, the year. That is where Chelsea is ending the year. That top half. There is nothing much more we can do. We can only hope that when we come back in the first week, no, on the 13th, yeah, our next game should be on the 13th. When we come back on the 13th, or when, we should be able to start to climb up the ladder. If you want European football next season, we should be able to start climbing up the table. Now, 2 players made an impact last night. 2 players, which were not part of the squad from the very beginning of the season. Romeo Lavia and Christopher Nkunku. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What was the real impact of Romeo Lavia when he came on? And the real impact of Nkunku starting the game last night? What is your observation? Tell me in the comment section. I observed a lot. I took note of a lot. Yeah. Romeo Lavia, for the first time in the history of Chelsea Football Club, started a game for Chelsea. And we saw it. I was very observant. Crystal Palace, they already marked him. And so they did not allow him to flourish or to flow the way he would have loved to flow. But anytime he receives the ball, you could see the desire to drive forward. You could see that the ability, the enablement, he has it to drive forward the game. He made the game much more easier for Conor Gallagher in the first half. Yeah. Christopher Nkunku is the one that made it easy. If you watch, in the first half, Conor Gallagher played a game like never before. It is Christopher Nkunku that made it easier. Because whenever Conor Gallagher gets the ball, he looks out for Christopher. It's easier for him to pass the ball to Christopher. You know, Christopher can handle the pressure. He looks out for Christopher. Anytime Conor Gallagher receives the ball, he looks out for Christopher. And when Christopher is on the ball, all the players, they relax. They know that he will surely handle it, the pressure. That is why the tempo of the first half was, a bit higher than the second half. Because all the players, when they are more relaxed, they can take their time and deal with the situation. In the second half, it was more like, because Crystal Palace equalized, they were now under so much pressure. They were under so much pressure, so they could not handle that pressure, and it affected even Conor Gallagher in the second half, affected Casado in the second half, before even Romeo Lavia would come in. But the moment Romeo Lavia came in, did you notice the stability at the midfield? The midfield became more stabilized. And one good thing I observed about him, whenever Romeo Lavia receives the ball, he receives the ball like someone who has been playing in that Chelsea midfield for so long. He's not afraid to receive the ball. He doesn't panic to receive the ball. He doesn't act like someone who don't want the ball or just want to give the ball away anyhow. No. He takes his time. He gives the pass the way he's supposed to give the pass. Listen, Chelsea, it's just a matter of time with Romeo Lavia and Christopher Nkunku. All right. This is what we heard after the game. He said, understand Romeo Lavia, who made his Chelsea debut on Wednesday night, suffered a problem with his thigh in Chelsea's win over Crystal Palace. Mauricio Pochettino also confirmed post-match, I am a little bit worried about Lavia. He finished with some issues, but I hope it's not a big issue. So that is it. Lavia got a knock again on the thighs. And like our coach said, he hoped it will not be a big issue. It will not be a big issue. Yes. He hoped that it will not be a big issue. Pochettino on Christopher Nkunku. This is news update. And all that the coach has said last night. He said the problem is that Christopher Nkunku is still far away from his best. He is a very intelligent player. He can connect us. We miss this kind of playmaker. Nkunku can do this, but he's more of an offensive player who is going to go forward and have space in between the lines. Sometimes we miss this, but the combination with Michael Moedrick and Nicholas Jackson, they were good. They were good. Yes. That is according to Mauricio Pochettino on Christopher Nkunku. Back to Noni Madueke. I'm pointing out a few of our star players last night. Noni Madueke, he posted on Twitter by himself. He said, all glory to my Lord in heaven. You've never left my side and you never will. He was excited and he's giving a thanks to God Almighty up for making it possible for him to get a penalty and scoring a penalty. He said, all glory to my Lord in heaven. You never left my side and you never will. You never will, according to Noni Madueke on Twitter, or X, as you may call it. As you may call it. So Poch spoke about Lavia's star injury, and we are hoping to get an update by tomorrow regarding the situation by tomorrow. Yes, today they are off. We're hoping to see them back tomorrow, and we'll get an update on the players. All right. Mauricio Pochettino again spoke on Noni Madueke. He said, we are Chelsea. This is where I'll conclude my tonight episode. Mauricio Pochettino was critical about Madueke's attitude. But the young man came in and proved a point, and Pochettino admitted, he actually admitted that the young man, Noni Madueke, came in to prove a point, and this is what he had to say. He said, we are Chelsea and we need to fight. I am so glad Noni Madueke could step up. That's the impact we need. Come on and go to fight. That's the way we need to build this project. Not the players complaining or saying they need more time, but stepping up. We need to step up and change our mentality. That is not all. That is not all he said. He also continued. He said he played free. Noni Madueke played free. He did what we needed in this moment. I like it because he showed he was upset with me. Noni Madueke showed that he was upset with the coach. And the coach admitted it. That the player showed that he was upset with him. Disappointed with me because he didn't play too much. He thought, now I am going to show the coach he can trust in me. I'm happy the coach himself is saying this. That the player is sending a message to him that you can trust in me, you can trust in my ability. He said, we are not a charity. We are a football club. We need to perform. We are here to try to help the players to perform. Sometimes we need to be tough. We need to show the reality. That means that his toughness for Noni Madueke was to get the best out of him. Sometimes we need to put the players in front of the mirror and say, come on, that is not the player that is going to perform. We have an amazing group, but they need to realize that to compete at Chelsea is not the same as to compete at another club. Hey, this is where I am really excited on. To compete at Chelsea is not as to compete in other clubs. To compete in Chelsea is a very different ball game altogether. Poch realizing this and trying to let the players understand that to be in Chelsea and to compete in Chelsea is a different ball game. He said, we have to, an amazing group, but they need to understand, they need to realize that to compete at Chelsea is not the same as to compete at another club. It's about winning in Chelsea, about lifting trophies in Chelsea and making history in Chelsea. It's about respecting the history of the club. My dear friend, I shall be back. I shall be back. I am more than excited. Now the feeling is coming back. The excitement will surely come back. If Poch, by his own words, will act according to his own words, then the excitement is coming back. Dear friend, I will see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.